Sweet. So with my new saw blade, my other one was just too fine tooth to cut these thick pieces. So this new blade worked great. I cut these all in half. They were 3.5s before. So anyways, I'm going to make a trim for the windows. Like all the windows need to be trimmed out. And again, this is just sitting flush with the styrofoam down here. Then my trim will go up like this. And then I'll have enough room here to nail my vinyl channel in there to hide the edge. So that's my thinking. Anyways, I'm going to cut a lot of these pieces, and then I'm going to paint them, same as the trim up there. Paint them ahead of time, and then nail them in place. So anyways, I'm going to again be doing more painting. I'm putting up my trim right now on these windows, but since this is going to stick out a ways from the window, and there's these drain holes right here on the window on both sides, I took my bottom piece here and I used my Dremel tool, and I just cut like a little groove in here so the water will come down the window and it'll be able to flow to the outside of this trim. Otherwise, I mean, the water would just kind of sit up there with it without a way to drain. So anyways, I just put in some of those. I cut my pieces wrong, dang it. So I thought they were an inch wide, but they're really 1.5 inches wide. So I cut my top and bottom pieces too small on these. So I should have tried them out first. But anyways, I cut a few more pieces to paint up. But anyways, to get started on this trim. Alright, so I'm done with all my additional trim, except for 3 pieces. So I'm going to paint those pieces, put them up, and I'm all good. I'll show you close up. I've been trying to, right against the edge here. I put a little bead of caulk just right in this edge. And then smoothed it out with my fingers, and I was using the tool or a stick to get it. Sometimes I got the caulk in that little groove, so I use a little stick to get it out. But anyways, I got it all pretty much caulked in on the sides here and the sides here and underneath here when I was nailing it on, and so looks like it's pretty sturdy, like it's gonna hang up fine. And I did use I was using a 16 gauge 2-inch nails on this stuff. I figured anything bigger than that is probably going to split the wood, since these are kind of 1.5 inch sections. But anyway, so it's looking good. Hey, it's October 2nd, and I'm back at it this week. Man, last 3 days I was changing my tires, rotating my tires, and I threw my back out, and I've just been laying for 3 days on ice, and so it's better today, but it put me a little bit behind. I looked at the weather too, and in just like 2 weeks, it's supposed to be, a week or two, it's supposed to be like snow the 10th, and and it's starting to get really cold. It's supposed to be like, you know, 50s for a high and 20s for a low, so it's getting time to get done with this. So I don't know how far I'm going to get. Hopefully I can get this thing sided before snow, but I got all my trim now. Here's the trim. You know, I'm kind of disappointed because I got 1-inch framing stuff here for the windows, and I figured that would be enough to cover this, since normally they're, you know, 3/4 an inch to an inch for the J channel. This is actually like 1.25 inches. It's a 2-piece kind of thing. But looking at it, you know, I mean, now it's going to stick out past all my trim that I put up, and I'm not going to take down my trim and redo all my trim. So I'm kind of disappointed that this is sticks out kind of farther than other vinyl siding J channels. And you know, I'm not sure about this 2-piece unit too. It looks all right, but it also slants inward. Like, I thought it would sit flush, you know, with all this stuff, but it really has this angle to it. So yeah, I'm not sure about this stuff, but you know, what can you do now? I'm just gonna go with the flow. Oh, and here's the trim I got taken apart here, the 2-piece trim. This is like Novik Shake is what I got for the vinyl siding. Anyways, you put this stuff on, you know, like that. I'm going to use screws because look how close these are. There's no way I'm going to nail hammer in this close to the edge. Come on. And so I got cabinet screws I'm going to use because they sit really flush and they have a big head on them. So that's what I got for that. But anyways, you put this on there, and then of course this piece slides over there, snaps in place so it covers up stuff. So that's what I got. Oh, and now that I have the trim to be flush with the insulation, and then I have my window trim to be more flush with this stuff. So now I got to go around, put this around all the edges here, and get it ready for the siding. These corners, I got actually corner pieces. So I'm going to put corner pieces that look nicer than this trim stuff. So I got to go around. I got to put on my starting strip on the bottom. Probably use my level for that, and then put these around like everything. You know, the top, around the windows, and all that. There we go. That's all I really need to do for this side to get it ready to side. It's 2-piece, like I said, so this is the piece I put up first, and then I'm gonna just cut my pieces within 1/4 inch of that, and then you slip on the outside trim. Sounds easy, right? So anyways, that's it. And then I need to put in my starter strip at the bottom here. And then I'm ready for the R5, and then ready for this siding to go up. I don't know if you noticed that, but I actually dropped my drill from all the way up there. I set it on ledge, bumped it off, and I said, oh my God, that's it for today. I'm done working if that drill doesn't work. And somehow it survived, you know, over a 10-foot drop. But anyway, so I can keep working. And like I said, I'm using these 1.5 inch cabinet screws to screw this stuff in. You know, you're supposed to nail it, but there's no way in the world I would nail that thing in. And you're supposed to only, you know, really screw in or nail in the middle one hard, and then the rest you're supposed to leave a 1/16 of an inch gap so it can move. So imagine like hammering, but stopping within a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, right. But anyways, I hope these cabinet screws work. They look like they work great, you know. Probably be better if they were galvanized or something, but I'm going with it. Hey, I'm working like super late tonight. Just I want to get this laser done. I get to use my handy dandy laser again. Where is it? There it is. So I bought that a long time ago for these posts, and I actually have used it several times now. So I'm marking out a line on here where to put my starter strip. So that's what I'm doing. Man, I've been working all day. It's getting kind of late. I'm just jamming out to 50 Cent. And so all my neighbors, if I actually have any, are probably like, what the heck is going on? Gangsta up here. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Working late so I can see the laser beam, on this and mark it out. And I'm going to mark that all the way around, and so I can get that starter strip on tomorrow. So to go around a corner, I just draw like a little line right there and then line up my level, or my laser, and then mark it out. Cool. Hey, I have to say this laser level is pretty cool. It's all, auto level, and so it levels out itself. And so I went around the whole house, and I'm like within like a 1/16 of an inch of where I started. So wow, that's pretty impressive to be like that close all the way around the house with this laser. But cool. Hey, so Lady Luck was not shining on me today for sure. So I went to nail in the corner nail there, and I tweaked my back, just bending in a weird way, hammering. So my back is back to being bad, and so I was putting ice on it for a couple hours, and feels a little better now, but there's no way I'm gonna get all this siding done. So now I'm trying to think of some kind of exit plan for this year. Maybe I can wrap this up or something with another layer of wrap. And it's not ideal now because it's, the wrap's going to be sticking out and wind will get in there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I did learn that there's no way I'm going to use these 3-inch nails for nailing up this. And I was thinking of using 3-inch nails for my siding too, but there is no way because there's an inch of foam, so by the time this thing hits a stud, I mean, it's fine if I don't hit a stud, it'll go through that sheathing fine, but if I hit a stud, it just, having that long of a nail, it starts to bend, and 3 out of 3 on the bottom, I bent the nail going in, and I mean, it's ring shank, so you can't pull these things out, and I mean, what do you do, so anyways, I got this, here's my my screws here, or my nails. You can see, I mean, I got off track there, and it just, I mean, there's no, what are you gonna do now with that thing, so there's no way I'm gonna nail, but I did use these cabinet screws, and that seems to work just fine. So I was kind of worried about using cabinet screws, but I looked at the Home Depot website for those things, and it said that, I mean, you can use them for exterior siding. So, hey, it said on it I could use it, so I feel a lot better. So anyways, I'm going to switch to screws on everything. No way am I getting 3-inch nails in, so I'm going to switch to 2.5-inch, those cabinet screws, and I'm going to use those for this and for my vinyl siding when I get to it, if I get to it ever, geez. But I'm going to take off these little caps on these and then use the cap with the screw. Seemed to work just fine, so that's my new plan. if I if I even get around to this. We'll see how things go tomorrow. I got to go get my shower at Home Depot in Bend tomorrow, and you know, I'll get some screws then and see how I'm feeling. But you know, I think I'm going to get some Tyvek and just, you know, plan on trying to wrap this up for winter pretty soon. Again, snow's coming in just like 8 days, so I don't have long left. Whew, feeling better today, thank goodness. I figured I got a cowboy up anyways and get this stuff done, you know, before the snow hits. But today I went to Home Depot. I got my whole shower kit here. Sweet. And I moved it in here by myself without tweaking my back. So I'm going to start on this R5 to hopefully get the R5 done. They were out of house wrap, so I couldn't get house wrap. So I planned on getting this R5 done and then just wrapping the whole house with Tyvek again. But they're out, so I got to put that off for a little while. But the great thing is, I was all worried that this shower base wouldn't fit in my bathroom right, you know, and so I finally have the actual thing here, measured it out down here on the floor, and it's going to be like 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch too close to the toilet on the base of it, but the door goes in a bit, so everything should be fine. You know, and I do have another inch. I could move the toilet over an inch if I needed to, or 1/2 inch. So that'd be a lot of work though. So I'm thinking that it's going to be just fine. 15 inches from the door, not from the base. 1/2 inch. I don't think the inspector's going to get out of state measure or anything, but who knows, you know. But at least I could fix it if that was ever a problem. So I'm jazzed with that. That went pretty good with the screws and everything. So I'm not going to do that upper part right there because I'm thinking I'm going to just get this R5 done and then wrap everything again. It does look like kind of overkill on these nails, huh? I probably wouldn't use so many if I was going to actually just start siding right now, but I mean, I've seen some of the other ones get warped, you know, that were on the top. So I want to get this thing attached, you know, really well. It's going to be 6 months before I side it, but it'll be protected with the wrap. But anyways, it's going pretty quick with this. I think I'll start on the other side, keep going. So right here, I just needed to cut out this trim because it wasn't big enough for the stairway I have to build still. So I got to build like a 44-inch little deck there. But anyway, so I had to cut those trim pieces and put some more on. So continue on with this R5. It's actually going really pretty easy. I'm going to run out of screws though, so I've been kind of going light on the screws, and I'll come back tomorrow. I'll probably go get some more screws tomorrow and, you know, screw the rest in. But it's going really fast, so I'm thinking it's great. Brr, it's cold out. Hey, I just wanted to show you this. This I didn't think this stuff would expand and contract very much, but I mean, look at the size of these gaps I got in here now. And so I mean, it's just like, wow, this is a pretty huge gap right here. And I mean, look at this massive gap. So I mean, this stuff really contracts a lot. So now I'm kind of worried, like, you know, when it hits 100 degrees up here, is the stuff gonna start bowing out, or, you know? So hopefully this stuff works all right. I'm not too impressed with this R5. I'd try to avoid it at all costs, I think. But anyhow, hey, so anyways, I'm literally wrapping it up for the winter. I'm gonna take this house wrap up the house, just staple it on these edges, the bottom edge and the top edge and the corners. Hopefully it'll stay on for the winter. You know, it's just getting too cold up here. Last week it was, you know, 17 degrees. My pump froze, my toilet froze. So it just gets tough up here. Even now, I mean, it's not too bad today. Like, woke up at 6:30, it's dark, it's 25 degrees. So I mean, even the days that aren't so bad is getting kind of cold. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up for the year. Kind of a bummer, because I mean, I got all my siding sitting there, and if I just had like a couple more weeks of good weather, or if I did, my back didn't go out, you know, I would get it all done this year. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm like so close but so far. But I only need about, probably, I guess, about 5 weeks in the spring to finish up. I'm guessing about 2 weeks on the siding. I need about a week to make a front little porch step thing, and then finish up the inside, maybe 2 weeks at most. So anyways, I only have about a month left, and it's just like, gosh, to wait 6 months now until I can get that month in. But anyways, I'm kind of tired of working. I'm ready for a break, get back to you know, regular life for a while. And there we go. I got it all wrapped up. It looks pretty good. It's not super tight because there's not many places nailed to except corners, but hopefully that'll last through the winter. I'll be back up here in 6 months. It's actually almost 6 months to the day. It's like, you know, usually April 15th to October 15th, and that's about it. But anyways, I'll be back here next year. Maybe you'll still be on my channel. I'll see you then.